Alrighty guys, so in today's video I had another package come in. It's from F150LEDs.com. As you can see, it's the Paladin series. And what this is, I've already opened the box here, but what we've got here is a 20-inch light bar, and it goes in the bottom part of the front bumper. The lower, I believe it's called around the intercooler part, lower intake part there. But what we have in the box, in this bag here, is the wiring harness that we need. Here's the mounting hardware, all the screws, and it includes the Allen key for it. And then we've got the light bar itself here. So, as you see, pretty nice little light bar. So I'm going to show you where the light bar is going, and I'm going to go ahead and pull the trim pieces off of the front bumper. Alright, so I've got the pieces off the front bumper here, that you can see. And this little plug here, I believe it's a like a block warmer. But anyways, you got to pull both of these two pieces off right here, one on each side. Pull both of those off, and then you can pull this piece here off. That goes right into the center. And of course, you got to take this little tab out here for the plug if your truck has the plug. If not, then you don't have to worry about this. So now what we're going to do, take this piece up, we're going to get the light bar laid down, kind of get it mocked up, because what we have to do is cut a small section out of each of these, and that's where the light bar goes. And then you drill a hole in the sides here and here, and that's where you actually mount the light bar to it. So let's go ahead and get that started. Be right back. Alright, so here is about what you're wanting here. You're just going to take the light bar, lay it on top of the lower intake piece here. You're going to get it kind of lined up here. I just got to finish lining it up here. And then on each side, just like that. Then what you're going to do, you take a marker. You can use a Sharpie or something. And you're going to make a mark on each side at the bottom, at the top, with each one. And then on each side of it, you're going to make a mark kind of in the center here of where the holes would line up for the bolts to go through. Alright guys, so we got the sections here cut out, and we got the holes drilled on each side here for the bolts to go through. And what I used was a 7/64 bit to start a pilot hole. Then I moved to a 15/64 drill bit, and then the last one that I used for the size of the bolts there, if you can see it, it's a 5/16. So that's what I used for that. What I used to cut those sections out with was a oscillating tool, and you can use really about anything, a Dremel tool with a cutting blade, a hacksaw, you know, anything like that. You're just cutting through plastic. So now we're going to get the light bar mounted up. And whenever you put the light bar in, real quick before I forget, whenever you set the light bar in, what you're going to want to do, well, actually before you set the light bar in, you're going to want to put the bolts through the hole there. I'll have to move this out of the way, but you're putting the bolts through the hole first, and then you got these little rubber, like a spacer. It's got a small hole on one end, bigger hole on the other end. You're taking the small end, putting it onto the bolt first, and then you're going to want to get the bolt started. So let's do that. I'll be right back. So whenever you put the small end on first, you're going to kind of want to like fold back over the little rubber spacers on each side, and that's what they should kind of, you know, look like there. One thing that I did forget to mention is this light bar does not come with instructions, but if you look it up on YouTube, and even if you look it up on F150's F150 LED's website, there's a video where the guy shows you how to do it. So just do that, and it's pretty simple, guys. So let's get this let's get the light bar put in, and I'll show you what it looks like once we get this back on the truck. Alright guys, so that's it all finished up. Right there's that, where the wires come out at the bottom down here. Through here. We got it zip tied up out of the way here and dropped it down from the top up here. Running along right through here. And I don't know if you can see it or not right there. That's where it drops down to the bottom. What took the longest was getting it run through the grommet right there and through the firewall. But I got the wires run right through here behind this carpeting piece, right over to here. That's where it comes out. Right there's the relay right there. Here's the inline fuse, positive and negative. Then coming to the inside, right here's where I got the switch mounted up. Comes right in right behind this piece here, and I've got it zip tied up underneath here. Right there's where it comes out, and it's zip tied right up underneath back behind here. So that's it for the install of this light bar, guys. Hope you guys liked the video. Remember to subscribe, hit the little bell icon. There's plenty more videos coming on the truck. See ya. Alright, so that's the light bar turned on there. Alright guys, so one thing that I did forget to mention, whenever you're tightening the bolts up on the light bar here on each side, whenever you're putting this piece back in, don't over tighten these, because this piece here gets like bent when you're trying to push the clips back in. So you can, before you put these like little cap pieces back on, you can get the Allen wrench back in there to tighten that up. So I would leave it loose a little bit so you don't bend these out too much, so you can get the clips and all pushed back in, and then tighten these bolts back up before you put these on.